I was pronounced dead 6 times. I jumped in front of 5 cars just to feel the pain.
One at a time.
One at a time. I jumped off the Key Biscayne Bridge, it's about 50 feet, just to see how it was. And I back flopped, not belly flopped, I back flopped. I just love to experience pain. I love that.
And what's your story?
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, right? Listen, if you want to destroy a man in a wheelchair, it's something about me that I have and they don't have, right? Now, a terrorist is, you're taping me, you're putting me in your phone, I don't want to be in your phone.
I'm not.
Yes, that's.
I'm not. I'm holding my phone up.
It's the camera is pointing at me.
I'm holding my phone.
Forget it. I'm not a fool.
It's a good story. This is something that I could probably put on YouTube, and you could probably get help. You ever thought about that? Am I right?
Yes.
Jesus, talk to them, bro. Let them know what's going on, bro. Tell them your testimony.
Help for me
help
is to get the fuck out of America. Alive.
Give me your testimony, Jesus.
Or America will kill me.
Give help like you can.
Ever since I've been in a place, in school, my mom didn't let me go to school, cause I was raised in Chicago, 2 blocks away from Wrigley Field. The leaders of the Latin Kings, the Black Panthers, lived in our apartment building. My mother didn't speak English. I was 4 years old and she had a 4th grade education.
Oh, wow.
So I had to collect the rent. I had to raise my mother. She was diabetic. I was always in the hospital with her. And I had to take over my mom's responsibilities. And then my mom would dress me up with lace pantyhose, black patent leather shoes, to a public school which was the gang masters of the world. There were stabbings and everything.
They look out for you, right?
And everybody hated me, so I had to fight 5 boys at a time.
Wow.
Because they called me fat.
My dad used to be
I took them, I swung 2 of them. I got 2 of them like this, and I swung them like Superman. You know what they did to me? All they did was break my lace pantyhose. I had to learn to fight because everywhere I've gone, I've always been hated.
A terrorist is not just merely one that strap bombs around your chest, and detonate them. You understand? Listen, any form of terror is terrorism. It's any act of terror is terrorism, right? Because whether we disrespect, antagonizing, want to destroy lives, and America is worse than Al Qaeda. This fucking country is wicked, evil.
It's the
What do you think about Hillary
the
Clinton and
almighty
Trump?
dollar country?
The 2 of them fucking
The
built
almighty
evil.
dollar. The almighty dollar country.
All we need is to be free. America is not free, it's a lie. It's free for the fucking those that have money and power.
That's right.
America's all turning into technology. Technology, look at cars, how they move without people touching, how they brake without people braking.
And I'll tell you one more thing. I'll tell you one more thing. We have a little bit left till the end of time. The end of days are coming. You can see the women how they dress, like the Romans, with the sandals and the promiscuous behavior and the dressing. All they're interested in sex.
Behavior, orange hair, green hair, blue hair, men wearing their pants jumping off the behind like faggots and shit.
We're coming to the end of days.
I don't know if you know a number, that 305-324-8811, it talks. They give you a little advertise, but then it says the temperature and the time. I hear it, because it says call 305-668-7430. I hear the guy talking about God, and the guy talking about me and my husband. I don't want to hear no faggot shit like that, man. No gay guys talking, man. What is that, man? All right, there's a guy and a lady, but I don't want to hear no guys talking about guys that love each other.
It says so in the Bible that at the end of days, men will lay with men, women will lay with women, and there will be bestiality and sodomy.
It's the end of time.
It's worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. This country needs to be burned the fuck up. And the World Trade Center and the Pentagon is a sign of the end, a sign of destruction. This regime, this nation, when this nation falls, the whole fucking earth will fall.
It says so.
This is Babylon, America. Wake up.
Babylon. Exactly. This is Babylon. It says so in the Bible too. It says so the serpent will come out of the water, of the ocean, and that symbolizes that the politics is what's going to cause the destruction of the world. The destruction of the world is
America
coming
don't
through
like
politics.
people like me.
And one more thing, look, that I saw in a commercial. I don't know how it was. They showed something of the earth. They said, I don't know how it was, but they showed, I don't know what it's called.
A supernova.
No, like one of those rocks that
Oh,
move in the air.
Meteorite.
A meteor was heading toward Earth. That's another way the Earth is gonna end. They're coming to an end, man.
And there's the supernova where the sun is going to get so close to the earth that it'll burn everything.
Yep.
That's why the best way I've been thinking about.
What about nuclear wars?
I've been thinking about the
Wars.
best way.
Wars,
Nuclear
yeah.
wars.
Tell us your testimony.
Right.
What are
Actually-
you doing out here in Miami? What put you in that wheelchair, if you don't mind me asking?
I have a neurological disorder. Degeneration of the spinal cord.
I have the
But you're getting
degenerative
help?
disease too,
By the government? I mean,
I get disability, yeah.
but it's not enough.
The 700 and something in a fucking
All of
I get
this,
723.
SSI.
all this is pretty good on
You
how
get
it
a check on
is.
Thursday.
Look how it is.
Yeah, I get
All
mine
this-
tomorrow. Tonight at 1.
Yeah, look, all this is nice and good, but how this regular
I don't have my
man.
card.
so you can take me out, you know, give me a
I-
hotel.
His mom has my car.
All this is good. How it should be one man with one woman, and one woman, one man. No, the way I see it, the way it should be, one man with 7 women, one man with a woman every day of the week. What do you think about that?
I'll kill a man who does that.
What?
You ain't gonna
Well,
catch me.
well,
you ain't gonna catch me.
it
though.
says, well, in the ways
Pretty
of
sure,
Abraham, that was allowed. In the Old Testament, a man was allowed to have more than one wife in the days of Abraham, in the Old Testament. But now in the New Testament, it says, it never said anything about getting married and writing with paper, being married and anything like that. But now it's called adultery. And in the Bible, in the New Testament,
I'm
when
tired.
a
I gotta
man
go.
when a man cheats
What's
on
your
his
name?
wife,
Wisdom.
that's called
My name is
adultery.
Bruce.
I do.
It's a pleasure.
God
My name
bless
is
you.
Hazel.
God bless you.
Like
May
I
He help
told
you and
today I got
give
text
you all the help.
messages. This is my lady, but I got text messages from 4 more of my ladies. That she found out she doesn't mind. She likes 1 or 2 of them.
Yes, you do.
Qué malo soy.
I love
Yeah.
it. I play with it. I love it. Come here.
Look at that. On the street, but loving each other. That's one thing people have to understand.
Love. They gotta know what love is all about. Man. What love is and what love is
Tell
all
us what
about.
love is all about. Because I need to learn that.
Love is unconditional.
I can-
You'll
What is that? Say that
sacrifice
again?
anything.
Say that again?
I want to,
Love is
can you push
unconditional.
me to the
You'll do
emergency
whatever
room?
it is for no
I want to
reason.
use the bathroom. Can you push me there?
But one thing you gotta talk.
Where is it?
Right there.
there. I will talk about love, but there's a woman here, so you can't talk about love because love is about a lot of women.
Yeah,
Love is
push me
women.
away.
Women.
I'm busy. Hold on.
Use them, abuse them, squeeze them, tease them.
I want to use the bathroom.
Why don't you do that blessing for him? Push him to the emergency room.
He needs to
What are
be,
you doing, Heil Hitler?
He needs to be pushed to the bathroom, baby.
So tell me about your testimony.
My testimony.
Come on, let's talk to the people. I could probably learn something from you.
Well, I suffered not being able to socialize with people, not knowing, growing up with not knowing people because I wasn't allowed because my mom kept me in a plastic bubble. She didn't want me to get hurt. So I was not allowed to go outside in Chicago because it was such a bad neighborhood
Wow.
that I had to look at the kids playing through the window.
Unbelievable.
And before I met him, I was married 16 years to a man who introduced me to crack.
Oh, wow.
And I became an addict. And we lost our business. We were eBay power sellers.
Oh, wow.
And we lost our business that way. I'm coming. And then I went. It only took 3 months to spend $35,000. We used to smoke $2,400 a day.
Oh my God.
So it took 3 months, and one day I said, God, if I ever touch this drug again, just don't let me wake up. And I went cold turkey, and I never touched it again. And then he got, after 16 years of being married with my 2 dogs that I got at 6 weeks, which were my children to me, he got diagnosed with acute lymphocytic leukemia,
Wow.
which is a rare form of leukemia that only children get. So he had only a 1% chance of survival. So after he died 2 days later, I would tell everybody that if he went, I would go. So after he died 2 days later, I called his best friend and told him how long it would take for them, that I couldn't take care of the dogs anymore, how long it would take for them to pick up the dogs. And he said an hour. I had an RV and 2 cars paid for.
Mm.
So I unlocked the RV and took all the medication, and I wound up on life support.
Wow. So let me ask you, I mean, how long you been in Miami?
I've been in Miami since 1979.
And how long you been homeless?
Homeless for the past 2 months, but not homeless. We've been living in a hotel, but we keep running out of the money because it's so expensive that after the 3rd week we wind up homeless. But this month we gotta really settle.
I've been with my lady here since she's so beautiful and nice. I love her so much. Before we've been together, about a year and a half before we met, I've been living in Hooters. Hey, they got so much.
This guy's a jokester. You know, I'm here in Miami.
Mira, if you play R. Kelly, Heaven I Need a Hug, you'll hear my life story.
Oh, put on a second. Besas también. Oh, please, I love that song. I'm trying to put it for Ruco, Besas
You see this? I'm trying to interview them and they want to hear reggaeton.
No, I want to hear R. Kelly. Heaven
That's
I
some
Need a
happy
Hug.
people right here. I
You gotta
tell you.
listen to it. I want to listen to reggaeton. Then right after that, se mete el pingón. No, I ain't gonna do that. No, but let me write it. I do it quick. Let me Farruko Besas también. I know